Hello everyone and welcome back to Kinlaig. So, we have completed the soybean planting. We have our sorghum growing nicely. And it is now June and there's rain on the way. So, I think that is all our fields now with a crop in. It definitely looks that way. 15, 17, 13, 12 and 16. And they're all growing very nicely. The grass is ready to cut, so we should really get on and cut that. No weeds at all in 15. I haven't rolled any of these. I should have been rolling them as I've been planting them, but no, I haven't. And that is my fault. In terms of nitrogen levels, yeah, the soybeans don't need any. Everything else has been done. It's a weird pattern on here, isn't it? So yeah, the grass is ready, like I said. It looks like all these are growing at, well, 13, 12 and 16 are all growing at relatively the same rate, not weight. Do want to just check on the sale because we don't want to let any combines go, but we don't have anything there. How much is the potato harvester going to be? That's going to be quite a lot, isn't it? Where are we? Have I missed it? Potato technology, here we go. Right then, so we've got various different options. There's this one here. Has a 10,000 litre capacity and a 3.2 metre working width. Here we've got a 3 metre working width, but a 22.5 thousand litre capacity. This is onion machine as well as a potato machine, but very, very different. That's the one we've got with a 1.5 metre working width. I don't really know. Either way, we'll be leasing it, I imagine, to do the potatoes. So, yes, animals. Let's check on the animals. We've got 8,625 litres of milk in there. And they've got a reasonable amount of food. We'd probably top them up before the end of the day. Manure and slurry, absolutely fantastic amount of manure and slurry. I have just moved all the wool because the wool was full again in the sheep enclosure. It seems that less than a month now is enough to fill it all up. And those cows are absolutely fine as well. Fantastic. So, moo indeed. Right, what have we got that is due for selling? Nothing in July. Oh, sorry, nothing in June, I should say. But July, we've got castle stones, young salmon, but young trout, but that's all tied up in productions and roof shingles. So castle stones and roof shingles, we'll need to go down there and load all those up. So yeah, that's that. I think then we need to get some workers onto doing the grass. Hello? Ah, yes. I may have cheated in terms of moving the wool out the way, but we've seen enough of that in the past, haven't we? Right then. Let's get the mowers hooked up. I think what we'll do is we'll try again to get the grass field done entirely by workers mostly. Obviously can't do the baling by workers, but everything else can be done by a worker. So what we'll do is we'll get the mower going, then we'll get our flatbed trailer and head down, well, yeah, we'll head down to the stonemason to get loaded up there. AI worker, start with headland. Off you pop. Oof, that was a bit close. Huh. Okay. May as well get the next lot lined up. I'm gonna just service this before we go, actually. Right. So this tractor here can be put onto tedding duty. Where is my tedder? Is that in the same shed? I think it is. Yep, there it is. Oh, in fact, it's that way round, so I have to head in and back up to it. And yes, we can start this off when the mowers have done their headlands. And then we'll put the Valtra onto the windrower. Which is in here. And that way, when the New Hollander's finished mowing, it can be put on the baler and we can finish up the baling. Now, all these bales, we've got loads of bales here, but they can all go for sale, or we can store them all and then turn this grass field into an arable crop. That is option 2. Haven't decided which one yet. Let's see how many bales we get out of it first, shall we? Right, like I said, I would like to give this a bit of a service before we head down. I don't think it drops the front loader off giving a service. But right then, repair. We'll just go through and repair everything. Not a massive amount of money. Excellent. Well done, us. So it's just a case of us topping up the fuel a little bit. How's our oil mill doing, by the way? Right, it's got a decent amount of sunflowers in it. Do we have sunflowers in storage? We do. Excellent. Right, so that's still going. Quarry's good for water. Spinnery's good for wool. Stonemason. Yeah, that's working through very nicely. We're going to go pick those up now. Tailor shop constantly waiting for the spinnery. Vegetable processing plant still working away very nicely. In fact, by December we're going to have a lot of products there. And yes, plenty of fish food as well. We're just out of space at the moment. Offshore aquaculture obviously being the culprit there. We could deliver some fish food to the offshore aquaculture place, and that might speed up things a little bit. Could produce us a lot more money there. That's an option. But yes, first of all, we're going to get the stones and everything loaded up. In fact, should we do that first of all? I'm not so sure now. I'm thinking. Should I lease a boat? We'll go pick up fish food. It's 10,000 litres for the offshore aquaculture. That will be the maximum. Although we can take more than that out there. It will just sit there on the trigger. Would that be a good thing to do? I think it might be. Although leasing the ship's not going to be cheap. However, we have got a lot of income on the way. Just need to be a bit careful with it, don't we? Decisions. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Yes, that's going to make us money quite quickly, and we could then afford our harvesters that we're going to need. Let's do it. Let's get fish food, and we'll load up and we'll take it out to the offshore aquaculture place. Then we can activate the faster large fish production, which means that we'll need more fish food for the little fish, because that will use it up a lot quicker as well. But that is all very acceptable. Right then. Food. Is it under food? Yes, it is under fish food. There we go. Right. 8 lots first. 8 lots second. And that will do for the offshore aquaculture place. Right. Let's get these loaded up. We'll get over to the docks and we'll try and rent ourselves a boat. Okay, we're over at the docks. I think that the boats that we want appear over on the corner. Not that way, but that way. Let's head through here. So, yes, look. Now, can we lease a boat? Cargo. No, you can only buy it. Oh no. Unless we buy it, use it and sell it straight away. That's possible. How am I supposed to get to it? Jump! Oh. That's not ideal. Oh. It seemed to be... I wonder if I could tab to it. Yes. Here we are. Right, so, first time... I was going to say driving a cargo vessel, but I obviously mean sailing. Now what we can do is we can put the whole rig that we've got up there onto the boat, take it over, and then use the crane on the boat here to move the fish food across one by one, which is going to take a little bit of time. Right. Now those bollards there are going to get in the way. How do I lower the front? I don't know. Ah, there. Do it that way. Right. Well, I think I might do this as a bit of a time lapse, because it is going to take a while, A, for me to figure out how to work it all, and B, for me to load using the crane. So, no, why can't I? Because I'm on the bollards. Yeah, I'm on the bollards. Okay. Yeah. Right. Is that better? Yes, that's probably better. Turn it off. Does that mean it's going to move or not move? Stay. Okay, so if we get down there... Oh dear. I think my boat's drifting away. Am I going to fit through here? No. There. Yeah. We made it work. And we just need to turn slightly to get on properly. There we go. Oh no, I don't need to close that up from here. I can close that up from the driver's seat up here. King Robert, away. Right, here's where I'm going to start the time lapse then. So I shall see you when we have delivered the fish food. Right, well I think that's probably enough of that. I can probably just do the rest by hand. We did what we could. It wasn't that bad. But yeah, there's a lot to be said for super strength, I think, in this sort of scenario. So let's just switch it on. And we will put the rest over here before the boat drifts off into the distance. And then, of course, we'll need to activate the production. And one more. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. I think that's everything. Looks like it. And so, yes. go into offshore aquaculture, and we can now activate the fish food versions as well, which will mean they're going to get through the fish food very quickly, but also we'll be producing the bigger fish a lot quicker as well. Right, now we want to sell this boat now because we don't really want to use it anymore. So we will head over here. Do you know, the best thing I probably could have done was to get the fish food production. Start producing fish food. Is there one already built into the map? Yeah, fish food factory. There we go. You need flour, soybeans, canola oil, or any sort of oil. That should be our goal. We'll get the fish food factory. Yes, I think that would be a fantastic goal. We'll get the fish food factory and we will get that on to distributing. Then fish food will go everywhere. That'll be fantastic. Right, so as for this boat, I have to get rid of it. Let's leave it drifting towards the shore while we go and sort this mess out. I did put the tether on, but obviously it got unhappy with the mower being in the way. In fact, we're going to leave that there for now. And yes, we're going to start heading further towards the shore. As soon as I can get my JCB and the trailer off it, and we can sell the boat. Just want to wedge it up here as hard as possible. There, we've beached it. Delightful. Now, are we going to be able to get this off okay? I'm not so sure. Just reverse at high speed. That's the when in doubt, speed and power. There we go. Look at that. Now we can head into our categories here, and we will sell the ship straight away. Now that has actually eaten a good chunk of our money. I think it was about, we lost about £100,000 there. Well, maybe not actually, but that wasn't ideal. Anyway, the hay production is going rather nicely. In fact, what we'll do is we'll get the tether up and running again, because it will cover the rest of the grass that haven't been done on the up and downs anyway. And as soon as that starts the up and downs, we'll get the windrower in. Get that doing what it does. And we can pretty much follow straight away with the baler. Ah, I've completely forgotten to go and load up with the stuff from the stonemason. Yeah. Tell you what then. Let's see if we can get this heading down to the stonemason, or heading over to the stonemason, I should say. with a worker. In fact, I'll set it off from here, and it can choose which way to go. Yes, go to the stonemason down here, start job, and have a little think about it, and then decide probably that you can't get there, which seems completely unreasonable. You're blocked by an object, and now you're off. Are you though? I'm having a think. Yes. There we go. Right, so with that on the way, not going to be long till the grass has been completely cut. Looks like the tedder has started the ups and downs, but in the middle of the field, which isn't ideal. But it is what it is. So, oh. Brilliant. Fallen at the first hurdle. A bus. Right, let's try that again. Go. Have a think. See what you can do. Now, which way are you going to turn here? If you turn around to the left there, everything will be okay. If you don't, well, I don't know. In fact, it's probably going to be okay no matter which way you turn, and you're turning to the right. So, okay. Oh, I don't know that it knows what it's doing. Right, last bit of grass to cut here, then we can sort this out with the baler while the tedder continues. And then the windrower can crack on as well. Right, so as you saw, it did rain a bit. The tedder, or the worker that was running the tedder, got a bit confused and didn't finish the job, so I'm just finishing it now. We've already got a worker rowing up, basically starting with the up and downs and then finishing off the headland. So we can switch back onto the baler very soon. Everything over at the stonemasons has been loaded up, and I'll very much look forward to getting that sold next time, make some money back. But yeah, I think fish food factory is going to be the way to go. We're obviously not going to neglect our vegetable processing plant. But yeah, fish food factory very much is going to be the key, I think. So in order to do the fish food factory though, we also need to build the windmill. So the plan now is going to be, to start with, build the windmill. After, obviously, the harvest this year. So I'm hoping that everything that we have got in production at the moment, so the fish and the vegetable processing stuff, is all going to contribute to buying the land that the windmill is on. And then all of the crop from this year that goes into processing will be able to fund the fish food factory the following year. We have got a long-term plan. And I like having long-term plans. So, yes, everything that we sell in December, January this year will go towards buying the land that the windmill construction project is on. We're going to need more. We're going to need more wood and a wood factory for that as well, carpentry place. But we can get that installed at the farm. And I think we're going to need to start processing those stones as well into cement bricks and blocks. So we may want to get started on that pretty darn quick. Actually, why don't we go and place it now and start that work? I don't think we're going to need roof tiles. I think roof shingles are going to be fine, but those stones need to be converted. AI worker H is blocked. Oh, of course it is. Terribly sorry, AI worker H. Let me get out of your way. Right. We can start bailing over here in a moment. But before that, what was I doing? Ah, yes. Right. Stones. Okay, so we want construction, we want factories. And preserved foods, no dairy, no bakery. Cement factory, that's what we want. It's a little bit squarer than I remember, but it should be okay still. I think about there should be wonderful. Yes, I know it overlaps with another object, but I want it close. So let's go with that. Beautiful. Now, we just need to get these stones moved across. We have a bucket for the JCB here. I still have super strength on, don't know why. Okay, so that can go there. Go get our bucket and we'll load those stones into the cement factory. And I think we'll need cement bags and blocks. I'm not going to put the roof tiles on there because, like I said, I think roof shingles will come from the stonemason. I think we also are going to need to do some more. Oh, crikey. Yes, it's heavy. Yes, I think we're going to need to do some more stone picking contracts. To get the stones to be able to produce what we need. We'll produce some stones in the grass field if we decide to plough that and turn it into a field as well. Is that everything? I think it's everything. So, if we go in here, we can activate cement bags and we can activate cement bricks. 6,200 isn't going to get us far, but it's a start. It's a definite start. Right then. Yes. Well, I'll carry on with baling. Right, well, I'd say we were a good halfway through the baling now. Yeah, it's been a very, very busy, long episode. I'm going to leave it there for today, and we'll come and finish off this field again at first thing next time. And yeah, when we get into the next month, July, we will have things that need selling. We'll be making money, and we'll be keeping an eye. In fact, let's keep an eye on the sale. Nope. I was going to say if there's anything in there that we could do with towards a harvester. So either the header or the harvester itself. But no, apparently not. Which is fine. I do want to buy the harvester outright when we do get the opportunity. But we are definitely only going to be renting the potato harvester. We'll have to see how that goes. But I'm going to leave the episode there for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time when the money will come flooding back in. And we can finish off making all these bales ready for the cows and the sheep. The sheep are producing wool like absolute crazy. That's twice in June now that I've had to move or clear the spawn point. I am considering getting one of those transport sheds that transports the wool over to the spinnery. I think that would be a really, really good idea. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.